Hey guys, my name's Ben Howard. Today we're out here at Holston Creek trying to be 18 over the gold layout. If this is your first time seeing any of my stuff about this course, I appreciate if you went back and watched my previous attempts, but to kind of give you a quick overview, like I said, try to be 18 over out here, which might sound easy, but this is probably the most difficult course in South Carolina, only really challenged by like Winthrop Gold maybe. To give you an idea of how hard this course is, the last tournament we had out here, 18 over was 950 rated, so not going to be very easy. The other part of the series is that if I'm able to beat my personal best out here, I'm going to be doing a giveaway, and for every stroke I beat my personal best by, I'm going to be adding discs to the giveaway. I don't remember off the top of my head exactly how I had it structured in my 1,000 subscriber special, but you can go back and watch that if you want to see it now, but that's what I'm going to be basing it on once I finish my attempt out here. Only real thing I'm going to be changing for this is, as you can probably tell, I'm going to be doing a front nine and a back nine video instead of trying to shove this together into one video, because as you can also tell, I'm a little late on my promise on this video, because I said I was going to do it every 100 subscribers after 1,000, and I'm a little late on that, just mainly because I really can't find time to play a full round out here, because it takes about 4 to 4.5 hours when I'm recording. So the main change is I'm going to be breaking these up into smaller videos so I can stick to that range I was giving myself, and also it makes it a lot easier for me when I'm editing and stuff like that. But going into the front nine, which I would say is the harder nine, definitely need to take my time, focus on all my tee shots, all my shots, and if I play well and get myself close to like that 9 over range, I can definitely do this, because like 4 of the holes in the back nine are pretty easy pars. So the main thing is just going to be trying to have a good front nine, so let's go and get into it. Alright guys, we're on hole 1. This one's a par 4, 722 feet. Off the tee, we're trying to get past this tree in the middle of the fairway, get up to the corner. From there, the fairway dog legs left and go straight for about 450 feet into a really tight tunnel. So, like I said, we're just trying to get up there, get into that second gap. If we have a look to get down there for a birdie, I might take it, but odds are we're just going to be playing for the 4. Ooh, slipped on that one. Just get down. Okay, I don't know if that got around that tree or not, but I think we should be in an okay spot to at least like kind of lay up to that gap I was talking about, and then hopefully I'm approach down into the green. Okay, so we didn't end up in a great spot, but I can get myself into a pretty good position from here. Let's see. Ooh, about hit that tree. Ah, dang it. Just need a little bit more height on that, but we should be able to get a bogey from there, which isn't too bad on this first hole. This is one of the ones I would like to get a par on, but this is a pretty tough par. Oh, too much. Kick out. Kick out. Dang it. There we go. Oh, dang it. God, that was so close to what I wanted. There we go. There we go. All right, well, it's not the start I was looking for, but that's not the first time I've taken a triple on a hole out here, and it's definitely not going to be the last, so I'm just going to have to shake it off and move on to the next one. All right, guys, we're on hole 2. This one's a par 5, 1,152 feet. Plays closer to like probably 1,400 feet, honestly. But off the tee, we're just trying to throw something to the side of this hill. Second shot, we're trying to get on top of the hill. From there, we're trying to go down the other side of the hill and then go to the basket, which is on the side of the next hill. So just going to require a lot of really long shots for me. But as long as I could keep everything in the middle of the fairway, getting like a 6 or a 7 on this hole is going to be very doable. And because getting a 5 on this hole will require like 4 perfect shots from me. So just going to be planning on getting like either that 6 or a 7 on this hole. Oh, they're in the ground. Skip. Ugh. No ground action at all. Oh well, that'll be fine. From there we can get to the typical position I want to land from there. Okay, there we go. All right, so from here, we're just trying to get up the hill to this tree you can see in the middle of the fairway. Probably doesn't look as uphill on camera as it really is, but it's gonna take a full pump for me to get up there. We've also got like a tailwind, so it's probably gonna get smashed down, so I gotta get this the right amount of height if I wanna get anywhere close to that tree. There we go. Get past it. Oh yeah, and a good skip too. All right, so I don't know if you can actually see the basket or not, but it's basically about 450 to about 500 feet straight ahead. So if I throw a good shot from here, I can give myself an easy approach shot into the green. But as you can also probably tell, the ground slopes down pretty much right in front of us. So I've got to throw a shot that's really gonna just kind of push straight the whole time and not really fade out either way. If I do, it's gonna go really far. If I do wanna make a mistake, I wanna be off to the right because there's a lot more room out to the right where I can throw an approach shot to the green. So I'm gonna go with something pretty flippy. Hope it'll kind of just push straight, but if I want to do anything, I want it to turn over. It's gonna turn over, but, oh, okay, well, a tree keeping me right back out in the fairway. Which is probably a good thing. That turned over a little bit quicker than I wanted it to. So I would have been early right, which isn't great, but oh well. Too low. Skip for me. Oh man, that tree might have blocked it from getting all the way up there for an easy putt, but we still got a putt for a 6. No, oh dang it. Slipped right out of my hand. I had a little bit of headwind on that putt, so I got a little too nervous and didn't focus on my grip, which is something I need to focus on when I'm putting into that wind, or anytime I'm putting really. Oh well. All right guys, we're on hole 3. This one's a par 3, 415 feet. We're going through this gap straight in front of us with the basket being uphill and tucked off to the left. This one, there's not really a way for me to get up there for a birdie unless I get into like circle 2 or something like that. But main thing we're just trying to do is just throw something straight, get us in the middle of the fairway, and then try and have an easy approach shot into the green. There we go. Fade a little bit. Fade a little bit. Yes. Big skip. All right, that's perfect. That'll be like a 150-foot approach shot in the green. Okay, so I'm a little bit closer than I was thinking off the tee, so I'll give this a little bit of like a floaty bid with the Sonic. Nope, almost though. There we go. All right guys, we're on hole 4. This one's a par 4, 711 feet. Off the tee, we're trying to set ourselves up into this gap marked by these 2 trees right here. From there, the fairway goes downhill, with it bending off to the right and then back to the left. Tee shot's really not too bad. I'm just going to be trying to throw hyzer, trying to set ourselves up into the gap, like I said. And then we got to throw that touchy downhill shot down towards the green. This is probably one of the most gettable holes on at least the front 9, if not the whole course. But it's going to require 2 really good shots, so let's see if we can do it. I think that'll be really good. If they got a good skip and some good ground action, that'll be like perfect. Okay, so we put ourselves in a really good spot off the tee. It's actually a little bit farther left than I've really ever been on this shot. But as you can tell, just really got to push something really straight. Just have it kind of finish left a little bit near the end. Nothing crazy, so hopefully the wind won't affect this shot too much, but we'll find out. Oh, fade out, fade out, fade out, fade out, fade out. Oh, that's exactly how I wanted to throw it. So that headwind turned it over. I'll be easy approach shot in the green now. Sit down. we go. All right, guys, we're on hole 5. This one's a par 5, 904 feet. Probably the hardest hole in the course. It's debatable between this one and hole 2 or hole 9, but on this hole, we're really just trying to go just dead straight the whole way. Off the tee, biggest thing you got to worry about is we got an OB swamp off to the right. Once you get past that, we got to go uphill into this little like tight wooded fairway that's about 250 foot long. And then once you get through there, the green is pretty sloped and it's very prone to rollaways. So you got a lot of stuff to worry about in this hole, but a 5 is very doable on this hole if I throw some really good shots. So as long as I can stay in the fairway and commit to my lines, we should be fine. Ooh, I barely skimmed that left side. Hit something. Uh-oh. That probably just skipped in straight into the swamp. But from there, that probably won't be that bad, really. We just have to see what trees we got around us. All right, so we got really lucky here. Just barely didn't go out of bounds. But don't have great footing. So getting up there, probably the best thing I'm going to be able to do is just kind of get to that sign up there, the bike crossing sign. That's probably, I don't even know if I'm really going to be able to get up there from this stance, but just going to try and get myself into a spot where I can then try and penetrate up that hill into that second, or into that tight fairway that leads up to the green. So, see what we can do. Just miss it. Miss everything. Oh, that was actually a really great kick. Oh, sit down. Okay, we can work with that. Okay, so we barely made it into the gap. Not ideal, because as you can tell up there, the ground's a little bit flatter and we've got more room to run up. From here, I'm gonna have to do a standstill, but still very doable. Main thing I want to make sure I do is just be on the left side of the fairway, because off to the right, the ground slopes away and you can easily end up pretty far away. Off to the left, you can get kind of pinched off behind some trees, but odds are I'm gonna have a much easier approach shot from there than if I went off to the right. Ah, nosed it up. That's not gonna be great. Get down, get down, get down. Oh yeah, perfect. All right, guys, we're on hole 6. This one's a par 4, 624 feet. Off the tee, we're really just trying to get past these 2 trees and go off to the right. From there, depending on how well you throw your shot, you can have a water carry that's about like 320 feet, give or take, into the green. The shot over the water isn't really that bad. It's just getting to the position where you can go over the water. It's pretty difficult because, like I said, you've got to miss these 2 trees in the fairway, and you've got to be pretty far right without moving too far forward. So the best play is either like a forehand with a really overstable disc or some kind of backhand turnover. But I'm just playing for the par, so all I really need to do is put myself to these 2 trees in the middle, or barely even get past them, then lay up to the edge of the water and then throw across. So hopefully we can do that. Ooh, kick left. Okay, that's fine. Pulled it just a little bit. That actually would have been an interesting shot. I feel like it would have just gone too far, but from there, I just got to lay up to the edge of the water, throw across, and get my par. Okay. To be in a good position, I want to be in that dirt patch you can see straight in front of us. If I'm in that, or off to the right, that's fine. But if I'm off to the left of that, I'm probably going to be pinched off and have to lay up again. So I'm just going to try and turn this over, if anything. Just fall down, fall down, fall down. Okay. I might be okay. We'll see. too low. Big skip. Okay, I think we're safe. Probably not gonna have a very easy putt, but should be a putt. All right, so barely made it in bounds with my meter off the water. This isn't too bad. I just got some twigs in my way. Just gotta make sure I don't let this roll in the water. There we go, perfect. All right guys, we're on hole 7. This one's a par 4, 711 feet. Off the tee, we're trying to get to this tree you can see straight in front of us. From there, the fairway doglegs to the right. And with the basket being a little farther down, tucked into the wood line, probably about 150 feet. So, game plan for this hole, try and throw something straight to that tree, throw an approach shot to the mouth of the gap, throw my approach shot down the gap into the green, and then get out of here with the par. So, let's try and do that. I like it. See what the skip does. Okay. It's a little bit farther left than I would have liked, so that approach shot to the mouth of the gap is going to be a little tricky, but we'll see. Like I said, it's only a 150-foot shot down the tunnel, so I really don't need to put myself to the mouth. I would just prefer to, but I can definitely put myself in give myself about a 250-foot approach shot. Okay, so we're actually a little bit better off than I thought. I thought I actually got into the tree line, but it looks like they cut out a little bit on this left side, so there's more room than I thought. But from here, the tree I'm trying to aim for is this one right here, because that one basically is like, it kind of splits the gap in half, so you've got to go on either side of it. I'd prefer to go the right side of it, because then I just have like a dead straight shot down into the green. But yeah, I just want to be near that tree if I can. I have to throw like a backhand hyzer. It's a little too far for a putter, so I'm gonna try the overstable mid-range. Sit down, sit down. Okay, that should be good. I'll probably be a little too far left to be like where I want to be, but I should have a pretty doable shot down into the green. Flatten out, flatten out. Oh yeah, I think they scooted up right to about the bullseye. All right guys, we're on hole 8. This one's a par 3, 390 feet. You can see the basket just dead straight ahead. Biggest thing to pay attention to, we got water off to the right side of bounds. But this one's probably the easiest hole to get a par on the front nine. I really just need to throw a hyzer, get it to stick in the fairway, and then throw my approach shot into the green. But I think I'm gonna go with the overstable mid-range. Just don't even really go over the water that much, just kind of throw on the right side and just let this drift back just a little bit. Nothing crazy. Don't think the wind will affect this too much either, so as long as I hit the angle right, we'll be fine. A little farther left than I meant for it to be, but I should have sat down before we got into the left side rough, but we'll see. Okay, so we did scoot off a little bit into the rough, but luckily we got past this tree, and I don't really have anything but just like 1 to 2 trees in my way. So just gotta be really careful on this approach shot, because as you can tell, we got an elevated basket with water on the right. So just gotta make sure I don't let this fade out on me. Oh, I turned it over. Well, that might be close enough for a putt, but I'm probably gonna have to lay that up. Oh man, thought I made that. I wanted to run that because we weren't having too much wind, so I figured I could run it, but dang. Felt like a good putt at least, especially on the elevated basket going downhill. Those can always feel weird. But. All right guys, we're on hole 9, final hole of the video. This one's a par 5, 952 feet. Probably one of the last holes I would say can contend with holes 2 and 5 for the hardest hole in the course. Because off the tee, we've got about 250 to 300 foot carry that's just dead straight. From there, fairway dog legs right, and then you've got to go about 750 feet to get down there to the basket. All of it's about this width, and there's a few trees sprinkled in the fairway. That's going to make you have to kind of shape some shots through the fairway. But this is also kind of like hole 5, where like you don't really need anything faster than a fairway driver to score or do well in this hole. So just going to try and take a straight mid-range, just pump it up the middle, and see what we can do from there. Oh, I like that a lot. Oh, that's so good. Yeah, that'll be, hopefully I got far enough. It's hard to tell on this tee shot because as you can tell, the ground kind of slopes like halfway up the fairway. So that could be like 30 feet short of where I think it is, but that's what I want to do off the tee. So hopefully we're in a good spot. Okay, so we put ourselves in a really good position from here, but now I'm just gonna have to do like a little flex line, just kind of keep ourselves in the fairway like I said. From there, we got to go into this little gap you can see right here, and then the fairway, or then the basket's about 300 feet past that gap. So if I throw a good shot here, I can get ourselves into a really good position to get a par. So let's see what we can do. Ooh. Hugged that right side a little bit more than I meant to, but I think we got past everything that would keep us from being like really far back, so I think we'll be okay. We'll see. Okay, so we've got an interesting shot left, because I can either just lay up and then kind of concede the par and just try and play for bogey, or I can go for something a little aggressive, try and get down there to where I have a much easier shot into the green for a par. But as you can tell, this tree is going to make that shot a lot more difficult. But I already picked out the disc for the aggressive shot, so we're going to try that. I threw it in the ground. Ooh. Hopefully they didn't cut roll into that crap on the left. I don't know, we'll see. Oh, that wind. Sit, okay. Ah, that left to right wind held that angle, made it hold the angle over. Dang. We got a chance to get him down for bogey, but it's gonna be tough. Hit the line, stand up, get up there. Probably won't have a putt from there because of that tree, but we'll see. I might be able to make something work. Oh, to the tree. Let's go. I totally meant to do that. All right, guys, that finished up the front 9 out here. I gotta say, I'm pretty sure that's the best start I've ever had out here. I think my best before this was 13 over, and I just beat that by 3 strokes, starting out with the triple bogey on hole 1. I cannot be more happy with how this round turned out, because I'm sure a lot of y'all thought that it was pretty much done after hole 1, but I kind of did too, but I was able to stick to my game plan, throw my shots where I wanted to, and was confident in my lines, so this definitely feels like the best chance I'm gonna have, especially going into the back 9 where we've got 3 of the next 4 holes are very gettable pars. So definitely gonna set myself up well, but biggest thing, like if y'all have seen this before, you know, the last 5 holes can sway everything very easily because they're super tight fairways that are lined with OB on either side all the way down next to the baskets. So if I can go into tomorrow being confident, play even half as well as I did today, I feel like I can definitely do it. So I should be able to get the back 9 out sometime tomorrow, so stay tuned for that. But thank y'all so much for watching. Please like, subscribe, and y'all have a good one.